Do you know that he never quit? She spent every bit of her
on his end.
Yeah, I can hear all the talking.
No, I know, but he may not have it on his end.
Yeah.
By yourself in the middle. That's just it.
I did, but it's not local. I thought I was over in Lightning. I'm the funniest guy in It's okay to sit here.
Yeah, but if you don't have
Hey. All right. Everybody on Zoom, give me thumbs
All
up.
right, there you
Here. You might
Here.
off right now, so.
Jake, can you hear me? Jake, can you hear me? Hello, Jake.
Everybody on Zoom here?
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Yeah, Irene. Robert's there. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I was trying to call Irene.
I can hear you, Robert. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay, fantastic. Shoo. Somebody needs to make sure that they take an attendance, pass the paper around and have people sign the paper or something like that, so that we can keep track of how many people actually participated in this today. And if we need to, we can talk to them individually or whatever. So, can you get somebody to do that, please, Jake or Robert?
This ain't an actual meeting, it's just a town hall, just a discussion.
I know, but we want to make sure that we keep track of the people who are here to make sure that we understand how many people are really interested in going on through this.
You're welcome. I got these papers.
And Tom, can you have everybody that's not speaking on Zoom mute themselves? Because a bunch of them are not muted, so that it's going to detract from you.
Okay, so if you're on Zoom at this time, can you please make sure that you turn your microphone off so that conversations at home don't become a part of a conversation here in the meeting? Thank you. All right.
I'll just take it over there and start it on.
do it. I get it.
I never argue with a woman.
Thank you, Irene.
Welcome.
I don't know if everybody in the back of the room can hear my voice. If you can't, please move forward. It does not make any sense for you to sit further back so that you're not a part of the conversation and hearing what's happening up in the front of the room.
There's no room for him to move further on.
Well, but even there are some people sitting like all the way back at the last rows of tables. And that's silly when we still have empty seats. It's not like it's like in school where if you sit up front, you're an A student, and if you sit in the back, you're an F student. That's not the issue here. And we want to make sure that everybody's here. And also, people who are in the back have a tendency to want to talk to each other, making it harder for people to hear in between. So that's another reason why if everybody comes forward, there'd be less of a distraction. If not, okay. How many of you folks brought your documents that were emailed out to everybody? It starts with since we need to resurface, and it's got the maps and it's got breakdowns.
I gotta meet you. All right. All right, let's get this going here.
Yep, I know.
For just a discussion. There is no decisions made. Everything will be voted on. Everything will go through. The way it's supposed to. So it's not. Set in stone. Okay. Something does need to be addressed. Yeah, Darcy can tell you a little history of why this is, how it started.
Okay, so how we arrived at we need to address drainage. So this year, we're supposed to be resurfacing the roads because it's on the reserve schedule. And we had some contractors come out and give quotes. However, a couple of the contractors and then multiple homeowners stated that we have water runoff that is damaging personal property. Basically, there are some homeowners in here where the water runoff from the road is eating away at their property and in some cases actually flooding their house every time there's a big downpour. So we discussed with the association lawyer, like whose responsibility is what. And basically it comes down to, we have to address the drainage. And there's no point in resurfacing the roads without doing the drainage first, because when if we resurface the road first, then we're just gonna be having to cut things up and resurfacing again. So pretty much like the drainage would need to be done first. And depending on the contractor and what's done, this particular contractor, where kind of what these maps said, he would want to resurface at the same time, because if he does these particular drains and doesn't resurface, the resurfacing will cost double because of the labor involved with the side road drains. So basically that's where we're at. So we've gotten one contractor who came out. We don't have a quote yet. We have a ballpark, but we at least have gone around the park multiple times during heavy rains. Look at the slope of the roads and stuff, and basically arrived at some maps of where specifically we need to channel water so it no longer causes damage to homeowners' property. So that's where we're at, and that's how we got here.
Any questions?
How many properties are the homes being damaged by?
Specifically.
It's on the map.
No, but we want, no, it's not.
No, it is highlighted.
So pretty much everywhere flooding. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, we're talking out loud.
25.
Houses that flood?
That actually.
No, that actually, the less flood, the balloons flood. I don't know.
I don't think we need to fix every place where there's a flood.
Right next to the road, so that's why.
No, okay, so we have 2 houses that flood.
Okay.
So when we sent out the maps that we sent, and there's a few copies around the room, you can get copies from the office. Everywhere there's basically a channel made through properties, all of those properties have damage being done to their homes.
Flooding.
I mean, not their home, I'm sorry, not their homes, they're like the actual property is being damaged.
In the home, flooding.
No,
Because
two
that was my
two
question.
homes are being flooded.
Thank you.
All the other ones on here that have channels, there's property damage happening.
So is there a differentiation between surface water and runoff water? Because there's a legal definition between surface water and runoff water. Okay. So, personally, I think this whole thing is about a quarter baked, not even ready for discussion. There's just simply not enough information in legal terms for even to propose a drainage schedule and a price and a special assessment and a demand that it happens to you. Okay, it's irresponsible.
I have a question. Jay, I have a question.
Hold on one second.
We should be here with records or ourselves.
I'm gonna have to be honest with everybody in here. I kind of threw it up last minute on these two. I am really not forward either. Something does have to be done. We need multiple quotes, we need other options. I'm gladly to hear any other options possible. So we can address some of these. I mean, cause like, there is a pretty bad washout over by the docks, we all know that. There is. No, but it's taking the road out over there, if you go down there, I mean, there is a pretty bad washout. I tried to do something with it, with putting rock in there, I didn't do it right. I know what I did wrong, and I'm gonna try to fix it for now being, so I don't wash nothing else out. So go ahead.
Just a question. Why is an attorney involved in road drainage?
Why?
Yeah, why are we paying an attorney to be involved in a road drainage project?
Good question.
His
line.
only involvement is just determining liability. We have homeowners who have demanded of the board that we fix the water issues that are damaging their homes or their properties, and we ask the lawyer to determine who, whose liability falls where, and that was the lawyer.
That, I got some ledgers, and this year alone, we spent over $14,000 on that attorney.
No,
And
we haven't.
Darcy,
No, we have not.
well, then your ledgers are wrong.
We have
Okay,
not spent $14,000.
Darcy, you have a tendency to every time somebody asks you a question, well, the attorney said. The attorney isn't there to train.
Okay, that's not
Yeah.
what we're talking about right now.
Okay, we're digressing.
Hold on one
This is
second.
what we're here for.
40 years to see 2 houses been flooded.
I've
Procurement tax.
seen. Flood.
Huh?
I've seen one home flood.
In 40 years?
Well, I haven't been here for 40 years, but I've only seen one home flood.
Okay.
And
I
it
agree.
No.
I will give Jake, at my house, every time it rains, the water pouring down from Muskrat, plus the stuff that's on Bobcat, comes right up over my driveway and goes straight underneath my house. I have put bricks to push it off to the side, and it still comes up over the bricks and goes underneath the house. That you can see, but I can feel it in the floors of my house.
Hold on one second. Lynn's been holding her hand up for a while first. We're gonna get her next. Go ahead, Lynn.
I have a question. I brought this up before. You got $250,000 put back somewhere. Why don't you use that before you come after people in this park? People in this park's on disability, on fixed incomes, they can't afford it. So, you need to check with that 250,000 before you go to anybody's pocket.
Started out.
Not ours.
I started out. Jay, you started out.
All right, the two. All right, the money, the $250,000 is a reserve. It's in a reserve.
Well, then this is for reserve then.
Yeah, it's a
It's a reserve.
Your ass, not your sale.
Yeah, it's a capital.
Well, it's not actually on our terms. You cannot use it.
Then let's
Yeah,
put
we
it
have
on.
6 people talking at once.
Purple flooding
Because
everywhere else.
Hold on, one at a time, please. One at a time, please.
Got a problem with Washington, but that's their problem, their property. I'm not paying for it. I don't have a problem. And I haven't heard of anybody around me having a problem.
Look,
Well,
I don't know where this is coming from. I can't.
Yeah.
I was moved in February of this year,
I'm sorry for you. That's
No,
all
no,
right.
no, sis, you be quiet a second, let me talk, okay?
That's
You know,
just.
if
I think this is a good idea.
It's not working. You got fucking vibes. So I am not gonna pay for it. You find your place, so. Sorry. So
All right, hold on. All right, hold on. Everybody. Please let me speak, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. I 100% agree with you. I am not for it. Okay, I've told
Well, we want to just walk
multiple
out here
people,
listening to this.
I've told multiple people that I am for the community. I always will be for the community.
Thank
This
you.
is, this is. It's not for me, and I don't think it's for you.
Well, thank you, Jake.
I do want to ask, there is some issues with some people. I would like to try to help them out, to seek some options for them. Okay, if we can come together as a community somehow or another, put something together, help some of these people.
Correct.
We do have to have something done.
That's a good idea.
I mean, you don't have to go crazy, outrageous.
I'll take a.
We do have to have some kind of option.
Talking.
Tom, can I talk next?
Can I say something?
I would love to say yes, Linda, but I'm not in charge, unfortunately.
What did you say? He's interrupted.
That's Robert.
I just want to point out that the reserve fund can be used for anything the owners want. In order to use it for something that's not already defined, the owners have to vote to do it. The board does not have the authority to repurpose reserve funds.
They're doing it, Robert.
We haven't done
You're
anything.
not touching the reserve, Deborah.
We haven't done anything.
The budget you and I worked on, we had the dock in there, we had the roads in there. Okay, has anybody seen the dock?
Yeah, it's in horrible shape. Did I
It's
started,
supposed to be replaced.
I started
The money
getting
was
quotes
to-
on the dock. Before I went in the hospital. It's a dock system, it's got like a 25-year warranty on it.
And that's for all of us.
I overshot the measurements. Me and Ron actually talked about it. Ron looked at it on my computer. We talked about it a little bit. And I think we can get it cut pretty much down to a quarter of that price.
Well,
Absolutely.
they are transferring money out of reserves. I have it right here in my thing.
Jake,
Into operating account. What? So don't tell me,
We haven't transferred any money.
why are y'all sitting there when I got the bank statements in front of me that you gave to me?
We would transfer money for things that we actually did, like we replaced the
No.
controls on the
Transferred
I have
money
not
in-
touched the reserve at any time. We are constantly putting money into a special reserve account that's meant for this year's budget. It's not meant for being in the reserve that's the 250 that is demanded by the state. That is for cataclysmic repairs.
It's
not
called replacement or capital expense. Why do I want you over?
Yes, go ahead, Maggie.
We have never taken any money out of those accounts, the 250,000, and we can't touch it without.
Tom, hold on, we got people asking questions.
Okay.
They're- and now,
Rates of the controls and the stations was scheduled. We did that.
Racing.
Something else is. We haven't transferred money.
past that you were constantly
Well,
not, that the reserve or that the money is never there. But yet, we've got new windows and new, personnel and I'm not saying that you don't need them. I'm just saying, when you guys start with us immediately saying, well, we're gonna raise this, we're gonna do this, we want more money. And my favorite line is already that means.
Well, that's over with.
So if something is done.
You're not, and we should be not,
Seriously.
Then everything that you guys start with is lawyer said, or we need you to give us money. We need to figure out other ways to.
Yeah, we have to do it this week.
It's not starting.
I personally go through.
I talked to you.
I'll go through.
Yeah.
It's in our, I don't really want to feel that. Because it seems like the board is constantly.
Not one time have I said I want to raise anything.
No, not you, but I feel
Oh,
it's
okay.
just, it's $162 that they wanna raise, we just raised it from $100.
Yeah.
Plus a special assessment.
Yeah.
Special, we did a special assessment last year, that was supposed to take care of some things, now we're talking another special assessment.
Yeah, I don't want special assessment. I'm
I'm
done.
trying to be obnoxious, but I don't have extra money
No,
coming,
me
I
either.
don't have it.
I don't have any income.
Yeah, I have an extra, and that's my.
Yeah, same here.
No offense, but I was thinking that it's not.
That's how.
Yeah. I mean,
That's where I'm at, too. I mean, I've got to put food on the table and I.
every year, at the end of the year, I mean,
Give me a cheese.
with the prices of things going up, I mean, I can see maintenance fees going up maybe $5-10. You know, yeah, I mean, that unfortunately, I mean, there's really no way around that.
So. Either makes this.
Yeah.
Or if it doesn't.
But, yeah.
But it feels like so, I'll be honest, like uses us like a bank. Like,
Yeah.
well, hey, this is what we want
I'll
to
go
do.
through and make sure that there's absolutely.
Well,
And whether you vote,
And the
no,
expenses.
we're gonna do it anyway and tax everybody.
Well, my bank is closed.
But I will do
I see what you're saying.
But it seems like one person.
it. Yeah, it's not mine.
I understand, I have a lot to learn. I told you, yeah, I know, I'm still learning, I have a lot to learn, I come in here not knowing anything. I come in here as a member of the community for the member of the community. So there's a lot I have to learn. And I will learn, and I'm not going anymore. I go in the hospital, I come back out here, I go straight to the office.
Which is friends.
I like to, I want to, I need to. Yes, Lynn.
I have a question. With this money and this sewer stuff you're talking about, my neighbor's house been flooded for over almost a year. She went to you guys come out and said it's up to you. She called a plumber, he went clear as far as he could, and it's way past their house, and you told him it's their problem. And the only way that it don't flood inside their house has flooded. The only way it don't is they take the cap off and it goes outside, because they won't fix it.
Well, it's roots through the terracotta pipe.
It is,
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
That's not flood, that's better than the flooding that you're worried about, having shit going in somebody's house. Excuse me, you know what I'm talking about, my neighbors.
And the person that can give the answers for this, I'm sorry, she walked out the door because she didn't like a question.
Yeah.
Peggy called it, well, we gotta talk to the lawyer, and then she tells her, well, we're not talking about that, that way.
Yeah.
amen, amen.
She's gotta speak herself.
That drain issue that Lynn was talking about, that was before I was on the board, there was a map made up. And there was an owner responsibility.
To the main.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that was in the documents, that was in the lateral. I personally helped him stake that out.
Jake, you need to find out where we started out with $290,000 in reserves. Okay, in 2024, and now we've got $74 in reserves. Where the hell it go?
74,000 or $74?
74,000
Looking at the wrong place.
out of 197.
We're not here to talk about the reserves.
No, we're not. The
Tom.
reason-
If we have the money to pay for this out of the reserves, why are we here?
I guess go through it.
Can you come up to the office sometimes, please?
I already told her.
Can you come up to the office sometimes, please?
We already told her.
Depends on what you're gonna do.
Love you. Yes.
I looked it up.
Can I suggest something right now? For everybody that's got a home, that's a
Hey,
long.
Tom.
Can I suggest something, please? This has to do with the history. This has to do with what we had to begin with and why it's flooding now. In the last,
We
since
got
our,
something before you started, so we gotta get the resident first and we'll come back to you.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I didn't know I'm cutting into somebody else's time. Sorry.
All right, go ahead.
Who's,
Do that. There's a couple things to do with special assessments in HOAs.
Uh-huh.
I'll say briefly, as a whole, you cannot assess expenses that only benefit single homeowners. And the other one is, it cannot exceed 5% of the annual budget gross expenses.
Okay.
So, right there, we can't do it. We
Is that-
will come up with something else.
I don't wanna do it anyways, but I just wanna
I
ask,
think you go, but I.
is that HOA or condo association?
HOA.
Okay, that's different, unfortunately. I just wanna make sure it's accurate information. But I will look up,
About HOA.
yeah, there is a difference, unfortunately.
Well, you gotta start doing addendums, like this
Yeah.
plumbing thing. You don't just send it out to us and go, hey, you have to go through the motions, have the addendum, actually take it and report it.
Yeah,
This assessment last year was because somebody went over payroll $40,000 and they had to make up the money, so that's why we paid $150,000. And she admitted it.
Tom wanted to say something, so we're gonna let him.
everybody, please. I know it's kind of hard to hear through the microphone and speaker stuff. One of the reasons why we have more flooding and in the time that we have right now is that we have changed the way our roads look. And one of the things that we've changed on the way the roads look is that on both sides of the roads, when it first was built, they had a gravel path about 18 inches from the end of the pavement over towards the property. That was set up to collect rainwater that was running off of any road to go down into the soil right away. Over the past 45, 50 years, lawns have been planted and the lawns have taken over and come right up to the end of the pavement. So rather than having still an edge that the water can come off, it gets bumped up by the wall of grass and gets pushed down to the next section of the road. That's the issue that we have all around the entire park. And if everybody were to strip back the grass
We got other questions
18
here.
inches after the pavement, we literally would cut off most of the drainage problem that there is. It goes then down straight into the soil, but that's what we would do. That's the way it was set up to begin with. Well, it's
All right.
no.
All right, go ahead.
So, to Tom's point, a lot of this could be handled simply grading the road.
I can't.
Grading the grassy areas where the grass is built up.
Yeah.
Equates. If you look at his driveway, the grass is actually built up higher than both sides of the driveway.
Yeah.
And I keep cutting it back. I keep cutting it back. Every time I'm down there,
Go ahead.
Grade it, not cut it back, grade it, so they're 6 or 7 feet beyond the road, that is actually at the level it was in the 80s. As grass grows, the lower section dies, the soil builds up, and that's why in golf courses, they plug the golf course. They pull soil out, so it maintains a level surface.
So just grade it down.
Realistically, for probably around 10 grand, you can take care of most of the problem and resod the areas where you're grading it back.
But what about lusk?
What about what?
Lusk.
Lusk, yeah, lusk. The curb needs to be removed, it needs to be graded back. then it needs to be graded back so the water flows on both sides of that particular spot. Because if you look at Sue's side, it's up and it's running down and it's running across the street. If
Yeah.
you graded both sides of that and redid sod, you would probably take care of 95% of their issue.
It's still lower than your, that's fine.
I rate, yeah.
Okay, cause that's where I feel like it's important.
And it, like, not only mine, but it's very simple.
People would be willing, which I am one that would be willing to give up 18 inches of my yard if it helps other people. Me. Yeah, not be in this situation and not have to spend that amount of money.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm willing to do that because that's the right thing to do.
That's great.
Hey, God, man. Yeah.
Actually, so at our property, the property line is actually almost 8 feet back from the road.
Yeah, right. Well, and see, I'm not doing
So-
things.
Thanks for your 18 inches.
No, and that's what we're not, we're not the other option. Instead, we're just going right to, well, it's gonna cost $2,000, this is what we want to do, give us the money.
Hey, Potter.
And no.
We have no problem entertaining the concept of taking away 18 inches or 24 inches next to the roads on each side.
Is that gonna take care of the problem?
We will throw it on the fire and see what happens.
I
We have to talk to some people and see, but I mean, we can pursue that.
Yeah, we definitely want
That makes more
other
sense to me.
options.
That makes more sense to me than immediately just going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want other options.
It's my property. I have runoff issues. I mean, of course, I'm right off the road there, off the.
Yeah.
There, when it's a steep, and it goes down, and it goes all the way down into.
Yeah, where Grizzly goes in.
Of course, I have runoff, and it's my issue. You bought the property.
Yeah.
It's my-
Well, yeah, mine floods too, but I don't care.
I took
Let it
it
flood.
as it was.
It's
I got insurance.
I don't expect this.
If we fix something as neighbors,
Thank you.
something as.
Yes, that's not.
And
I can't help my neighbors.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
You know, I would do the same thing.
I didn't just like those speed bumps take out those holes forever. That would be very nice. She said we were gonna do that last year, I know. Because I don't think I'm gonna do that. Nobody wants to pay for that.
I'm gonna take the speed bumps out.
Huh?
We are gonna take them out. Now that the summer's over, the maintenance will have time to do it.
Oh,
Oh, they weren't too busy.
They installed, but everybody else was, but then we were, yes.
Yeah.
Jake? 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 Jake, I needed to say something to you, Jake. Do you think that do you think that it's possible for you to still get the gravel at cost? And if we had a pile that we could go ahead and use, if we each strip back our grass lawns to a point where back to where it's drainage, and if we need to fill in with extra gravel, the gravel could be available for us to go ahead and scoop it up from the pile. And that would be a part of that 30,000 that we still have earmarked for roads.
No, the 30,000 is for actual roads, but she'll do it for everything.
Okay, we're not gonna get it asphalted because it's in the rainy season. You can't do it until it's dry. We have to wait until December or more.
Any other? There, go ahead. Hold up, everybody. Yeah.
He's gonna talk. He needs to come up front. We can't hear him.
Yeah, anybody who's in the back, we don't hear. That's just crazy.
We're gonna get on mic. Gonna get on mic.
That was funny.
They can just move up. I mean, they could walk
What I
up.
asked everybody to do. Move the muscle.
I think there's another thing about managing people right here, instead of just taking money out of people like, hey, get a contractor come in here. Everybody get together and look at these lots where they're drained at, and people like me and other people want to do volunteer to help them out with this drain problem. I'm no operator, I'll be willing to, devote time where to do this, people got real bad problems, so it don't cost anybody.
Yeah, rent a machine a lot cheaper than what.
Just don't get billable.
What Phil said.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
They would put it like on the side there, cut it back.
6 people talking at once. And I'm one of them.
Don't soak in the ground.
He said that, he would have no problem donating his time, operating equipment to help, cost of everything. That's actually something that this neighborhood used to do back in the day. There was a lot of stuff done between the community members. Yeah.
Like it's so broken, and they had to come in and fix everything because the lawyers said, I say bullshit. And you know what, it was all good,
Yeah.
you know? I'm sorry, no.
All right, go ahead.
Who decided it was mandatory and must be done this year?
Thank
Time out. That was at the beginning, Mark, at the very beginning. Jake said that we have $30,000 set aside for going ahead and to cover, resurface the roads. The resurfacers all came out and said the exact same thing. Can't do any of the resurfacing until the drainage problem has been solved. So then we looked into the drainage problem, and that's where we wound up making the maps and making the charts for where the drainage needs to be fixed. So we can't resurface until we've got the roads draining properly. That's what every one of the companies that has come out and spoken to us.
Hey, we got $150,000.
No. Wait a minute, Deborah. That $150,000 was for a whole job done. They would do the digging out. They would do the drainage. They would do the resurfacing. That was what the whole thing was with their package deal.
How much was it?
Again, what was quoted here was just the edges of the two different quotes that we received. One was 130,000, the other one was 200. And the numbers there are what we are looking at and saying, how the hell do we do this? Last time we resurfaced the road, it was done when Bernie was on the board, and he had a friend that had leftover asphalt for when he was doing a road job, and he came in and patched different sections of the road. That is the last time this road was done. So you can think back to when Bernie was on the board. I know because I argued with him.
I'm good.
All right, so as of right now, we're gonna hold off, we're gonna table it, we're gonna look at our options.
Can we make sure that we have the name of anybody and their phone number to make sure that anybody, like the gentleman in the back of the room said, he'd gladly help with his machinery and stuff like that? Collect all that data, because that helps us know how to plan it.
Well, to clarify, so the volunteering here, it is not a liability? The
It's-
record?
We can't have you climbing ladders.
Yeah,
Of course,
I can't-
but it is not a liability to volunteer and help out around here.
If you're just doing shovel work or you're doing raking work, you can do it. It's when we have you doing construction.
Yeah, well, I have to talk to our insurance agent.
Okay.
Hey, Jay,
Yes.
There's a little question about whether you can volunteer or not. I volunteered before this new board come on here, and I mowed all the perimeters. I did it for a whole season. That was when David was being the maintenance guy. I did it all. I was there 2 or 3 hours a day doing it, and I enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
I have volunteered to do the same thing with this board. And this board says it's against the rules, you can't do it, we have liability issues.
The board or the president?
I'm not saying what, it was.
Okay. Well,
We don't need to refer it.
insurance thing, insurance laws do change. I would like to get a hold of our insurance agent. He's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's a perfect guy. I mean, I'd say come tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow. I'll talk to him and see what's other than.
I will offer. Insurance guy he's talking about is new. The one we've had for years was of no value when you tried to.
I can't guarantee you, he was not.
Never mind.
He said
The
that
old one.
the new insurance, the old insurance guy didn't really do nothing for us, which he was useless. I 100% agree, but that's why we kicked him.
All I'm saying
kicked
is
the
that
bucket with him.
when people are volunteering to do different work around here, it's the same thing.
Yes.
You've got some kind of restrictions that don't allow non-workers in the community that can't do it.
Let me call him tomorrow, talk to him and see what we can do.
Hey, Jacob.
Can you ask him if we signed a waiver?
Yes.
You know, yes,
Yes.
sign a waiver saying we're not holding you responsible, if that would work. I'm just throwing that out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll ask
Ask
him,
him.
but I don't know if it's legal
I don't
binding
know
in
if it's
court.
legally done.
You know, like a few years ago, for example, Bill, the laundry house, over on Blackberry, things like that.
Yeah,
Well, will you do us all a favor?
uh-huh,
From now on, would you please approve emails before they come through?
yeah. Yeah, we can.
No recollection.
That'd be so good.
I just have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like my husband said, we're new here.
Have the person
Uh-huh.
stand up and speaking.
I know Robert, I know you, Jake, and I know a few of the friends around here, but who was the lady that walked out?
Miss Weber,
And what is her position?
at large,
What?
at large. Is that
Can
right?
we,
Admin at large?
at large, vote her off? I think that was very childish for her to walk out on a meeting like this, just because she was not happy with what was being said.
Yeah, right.
Well, I think the best approach would be to directly ask for her resignation.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can actually take a vote and remove board.
Well, there's two ways to do it. Okay.
Okay, everybody.
Vote which requires 70%. And the other would require 3 out of 5 board members to vote.
I have a new dog and I don't want to mess on my floor.
What's that?
I have a new dog and I don't want to mess on my floor. So we're gonna, explore other options. And, see what we can go from there. That is not gonna,
Jake, before you shut down, Jake, are we going to still have a meeting tomorrow?
yes, 3:45.
Okay,
Are you gonna have a meeting on this?
Yes.
Okay.
We're gonna have more information.
Yes, we're gonna have more information. I mean, this is not, I met this contractor. He actually come up to the office. I got a list of materials. Well, I don't have it here with me. And, I explained to him, look, we're a condo association. Everything has to be discussed. We have to have multiple quotes, it's gonna be voted on. It's not something that's gonna happen overnight. And
Thank you.
I don't think he understood that, so now he knows, and I think that's pretty much.
In the business meeting, the policy was always, well, we have to do this now because the price of the material is so volatile, blah, blah, blah. And I don't understand why she thinks she can just demand that these things get done
Yeah,
on her time frame.
well, I did see the material list, there was a 10-day quote on the material.
I understand that.
Yeah,
And
it was.
I was in
That's
construction
accurate.
for 30 years. I get it.
Yeah,
get quotes
Okay.
from.
But if it goes up 10%,
yeah,
oh well.
yeah,
Lost the business. Sometimes you have.
yeah,
No,
but sometimes it'll go down 10%.
yeah, you don't.
It's actually gonna save money.
But for her to insist, getting consistently over 2 weeks, oh, we have to do this now. You know, I'm done with that.
Or the attorney said,
Yeah. Go ahead.
The only thing I've got to say is if we do this and volunteer, he is certified on any piece of equipment that he can operate before you go to talk to the insurance agent. He can run anything he needs to run.
If you can run a mechanical bull, then I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Mine is this guy right here.
What's
So
that?
I don't, what I gotta say is about your driveway. Why don't you put a grade in like you did Janet? The one that just passed away, Robert has it, and then I think a couple other people have it. They cut a piece of your driveway out, and they should cut a line down to the pond behind your house. And let that water run in that grade and down that thing.
Yeah,
So that's what they've done
we
on
talked
places.
about that. We were talking about putting like a.
But that's not
Gravel.
$10,000 to help people
No,
do
but
it.
we
You can
talked
do it to
about
every
putting like a
family
little
that they're
gravel
doing it to.
down here.
fix it.
Yeah, we just talked about.
$100,000 is for a full.
Yeah. That's over, that's okay. It's kind of.
Well, for him, you know.
The drain is not the $100,000. The drain,
ahead.
plus the road surfacing was the $130,000 to $200,000. It was the full package. By us talking, we realized there are things that we can do ourselves and take that off of the bill. But we're still going to have the road surfaced eventually. And right now at present prices, $30,000 is not going to get the whole park resurfaced. That's the logistics that we have to deal with, but that's another issue. Please understand, we were not making it, this drainage issue is just all the money. The money that was being talked about was for the full package deal. And that's what we were looking at as what was going on. The fact that we come together and we have a conversation and we listen to each other and we figure out that there are people who can do parts of this and help each other, we can chip that bill away down to just being the resurfacing part. I mean, there might be somebody in the park who has the ability to get the 10% off with Home Depot for surface material because they're a former military person. Well, then great. Through them, we can get that lower priced to go ahead and help us with the surfacing. But it takes time.
So, all right. We.
Thank you, everybody.
Let's do it.